Hello, my name is Nicola Doppio. I work at HIT, which stands for Hub Innovazione Trentino. We started doing the UX Challenge in 2017 and we never stopped. So the UX Challenge is an event very similar to a hackathon, but it doesn't involve coding. It involves, in fact, focusing on the front end of a digital product or service. And the goal is to support companies in testing, redesigning and improving the user experience of digital products and services. And the job is done not by HIT, but is done by the so-called solvers, meaning young talents such as university students that take up this redesign challenge or design challenge and work for either 2 days or 5 days using a design sprint to deliver tangible products like prototypes to the companies participating as challenge owners or beneficiaries. At HIT, we came up with the concept of the UX Challenge in 2017, and from that year on, we have been running the UX Challenge every year, involving a very large number of companies, students, mentors, and testers every year. And more recently, my role has been to design and coordinate a European-funded project that has been aimed at replicating and sort of exporting the UX Challenge outside from Trento and Italy. And indeed, the 200 SME Challenge has been piloting the UX Challenge in other 6 European countries with the purpose of evaluating and possibly validating its impact on SMEs participating to the UX Challenge as beneficiaries. 2021 UX Challenge in Trento took place in a complete remote setting because of the COVID-19 pandemics, but this didn't prevent us to get to very successful results. We have involved 12 companies, 65 solvers, meaning young talents that worked on the challenges provided by the companies. 15 mentors were involved and 48 citizens acting as testers took also part to the initiative. Everybody were very happy about the results, especially the companies, as the teams provided to the companies very tangible outputs in the form of digital prototypes, interactive and testable prototypes that were also tested with the testers involved in the challenge. And these prototypes were not only presented but also delivered to the companies at the end of the 5 days for further exploitation. My previous experience in user-centered design and UX design is related to acting as a Living Lab manager in the past. We used to offer Living Lab services to research consortium, meaning that we allowed the research consortiums to get in touch with citizens to perform co-design and real-life validation actions to support ICT product development. But these projects were very expensive and these actions would last 6 months or even 1 or 2 years. And it was very hard to keep the users involved and engaging for those long periods of time. So that is why we came up with the format of the UX Challenge. We wanted to compact in only 2 days or 5 days the possibility for not only research teams but also companies to engage with users, do co-design activities and especially user experience testing and validation activities in order for them to gain insights on how to improve and innovate their own digital products and services in only 2 days or 5 days. We have learned many things from executing the UX Challenge from 2017 to 2021, and especially we have learned that companies usually they don't do user-centered design, although they claim to do that. Okay, so there's a big gap still in helping companies in getting in touch with users for improving the usability and innovating overall their products and services. What companies normally do is to carry out some user testing, but normally only with kind of friends and families or colleagues, but of course the feedback that they can collect by means of those actions is most of time a biased feedback. So to organize a UX challenge online is much easier because you do not have to cope with all the logistics related with inviting and coordinating operations involving more than 100 people during a 2-day event. So online is much more easy. But at the same time, in order to make it a success, you need to prepare a number of online shared workspaces in order for teams to collaborate effectively together and to share work in progress, including ideas and prototypes with the companies and with the testers. On the other side, of course, to perform tests online is not the best option, and also you lose all that regards the networking that can be done when people meet together face to face, during a final big event. So the first tip for me to innovation agency interested to replicate the UX challenge is to select appropriately the solvers and to train them, to get in touch with them, to know them, and to make sure that they are in a position to perform the design sprint and to get to sound results. Because companies have expectations and you do not want to put the whole thing together just to achieve only poor outputs. So in order for make this happen, you need to make sure that the solvers are capable of delivering. That is the first tip. The second tip is on the other side, selecting companies that believe in the program and that are eager to co-invest, being available for providing feedbacks to the teams of solvers. And also you want to spend a bit of time with the companies prior to the beginning of the UX challenge to make sure that the company has expectations and it is clear what the team has to achieve in the course of the challenge. Most of the time, companies do not really know what they want to achieve by the end of the challenge. They know that that is an opportunity for them, but they have to be supported in identifying a specific challenge with specific expected goals. And the last tip that I would like to innovation agencies is not to underestimate the volume of work and effort which is required to make that happen. There's a lot of communication and logistics to be managed, and not all public institutions might be capable of coping with that effort. And also you need to have in place innovation management skills and people that can act as innovation managers. Well, we started doing the UX challenge in 2017 and we never stopped. So probably we will keep on doing the UX challenge in the future. Probably we will try to focus on more specific and complex challenges, such as human-computer interaction challenges provided by manufacturing companies that have digital touch points on their products or production lines. But definitely we will keep on doing that in the future, and most likely we will find other opportunities to support other innovation agencies and innovation intermediaries across Europe to uptake the UX challenge, maybe tuning it a bit and deploying it in their own ecosystems.